Hi, my name is Shalini. I'm working as assistant professor in School of Allied Health Science, Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation in AVMC campus in the Department of Forensic Science Technology. So today we are going to see about a very short topic which is related to forensic anthropology, that is supraorbital ridges. Before I'm going to explain this about supraorbital ridges, so you want to have a very clear idea where the supraorbital ridges, which comes in the part of skull. We all know that supraorbital ridges which is in the skull. So if you see the image, it will be very clear. So first you have to know that where the supraorbital ridges is located. So this is the skull, and you can see that upper part of the glabella, you can see that supraorbital arc, right? Supraorbital arc, which is in the term of medicine term. So this supraorbital ridges, which is also known as brow ridges, that is BROW, brow ridges, and in the medical term they used to say the supraorbital arch. So this one will be located, as you can see, that upper of the eye socket in the part of the eyebrows. So this one is very prominent bony arch on the frontal bone, and I've already said that directly above the eye socket. So it is often analyzed in conjunction with the glabellar region, which is area between the eyebrow, if you all know. Okay, so now we are very clear about where the supraorbital ridges is located. Okay, so moving to forward, how it can be used in the forensic science. So as I told you before, which is in forensic anthropology, this topic comes under the forensic anthropology. So now we're gonna see, as I've already mentioned, the supraorbital ridges are the brow ridges, are the bony prominence above the orbits, that is eye socket, and they are part of the frontal bone of the skull. Yeah, it's obviously the part of the frontal bone. The ridges, so these ridges protect the eye and support the facial muscles, and this one especially varies among individuals and populations. So on the last point, you already have been identified that their prominence varies among individuals and population. So it is very easy for the identification process of the human. Okay, so this supraorbital ridges where are being identified, like it will be verified in male to female. So for example, it will be female is less prominent, male is more prominent, and for birds also it is very prominent for birds like eagles, and it was also very useful for the facial construction as it act as a key point in comparing skeleton remains to anti-mortem photography. Okay, so now we saw about what is supraorbital ridges and where it is located, and why the supraorbital ridges comes for the forensic which is in forensic anthropology, because it's useful for the identification. So at last we can see the uses, forensic significance of supraorbital ridges. So it is useful in sex estimation, as I've already told you before, which is male is typically show more pronounced in supraorbital ridges than females, and it can assist in determining ancestor due to population based variations. Yes, definitely, as this supraorbital ridges has been now verified between the male and female, to which is easily identified when we can where skeleton remains have been found. And it also, as they said in the second point, the determination is ancestor due to population. Definitely, if you're gonna take the example of the mongoloid, caucasoid and negroid, so we basically know the caucasoid or the Europe people, and the mongoloid is like Asian, which we used to live, for example, ourselves, and negroid definitely we all know that Africa people. So in these three races, definitely the supraorbital ridge is going to be vary, as we already discussed about. It may be prominent, it can be less prominent, maybe in the shape or in the place where. Okay, And the third point is contributes to reconstruction of facial features in forensic identification. Yeah, it gonna be give a most important key point in the facial reconstruction, as it act as a key point in comparing the skeleton remains to the before antemortem photograph. And last, it helps in the anthropologists study human evolution and cranial morphology. So yes, we already discussed about where the anthropologists are more and more yet studying on the study on human evolution and cranial morphology. So it has been useful. So as I said before, it is a very short topic. So we discussed about what is supraorbital ridges, where it has been located, and we also saw about the significance of the supraorbital ridges, the other name of the supraorbital ridges, and where it can be identified, and how it has been useful for the forensic in the forensic based cases also. So thank you.